keeping the faith in the eighth. Let's make America great again. Honest.
But what I especially loved in him all about is, I mentioned the integrity earlier. I never saw him do anything even slightly dishonest or unethical. And he never lied to a customer or lied to an employee. He was just a great role model in that sense. He was also unfailingly optimistic. I think he never saw a problem he didn't think he could solve. And I think he was just really good to the people that work for us and the customers. Who a leader is much more important than what he or she does. It's that projection of character. And I think, that's what I want to be as a political leader also. But I also think it's important that we try to the whole idea of let your life be your argument, of living a life that draws people to the idea of public service. And that, this sounds too highfalutin, but wanting to be a role model for others who look to their political leaders, rather than the political leader that people look to with disappointment and despair. And that, this sounds too highfalutin, but wanting to be a role model for others who look to their political leaders. And that, this sounds too highfalutin, but wanting to be a role model for others who look to their political leaders, rather than the political leader that people look to with disappointment and despair. But wanting to be a role model for others who look to their political leaders, rather than the political leader that people look to with disappointment and despair. Rather than the political leader that people look to with disappointment and despair. It's funny, over the years, many crowded rooms, I'll say, okay, who can remember the name of the car salesman who sold them their last car? And very rarely does more than one or two hands go up. And so our idea was, if you're going to sell Steve and his family a car, take care of them, month in and month out. Make sure it's a good experience, that the sale doesn't end when they drive away that first time. And so we have just massive repeat business. We used to survey the customers all the time about where they came from, and 85 to 90% would be either repeats or sent in by friends. And we laugh that we spend all this money on advertising for the last 10% of our customers. We laugh that we spend all this money on advertising for the last 10% of our customers. With disappointment and despair. With disappointment and despair. With disappointment and despair.
This advertisement